Hey guys, this is Stu from Stuart Scale Models, and this is an inbox review I thought I'd sort of do your way. Basically, it's ICM's Spitfire Mark 9 CB delivery. It's a kit that's not been out all that long actually. I think it's only about 2 or 3 months. When they actually announced that it was coming out, I thought I've got to get one, and lo and behold I did. I actually got one kindly via Nicky at Veterans Kits for around about $11.99, and I'm not kidding you guys, you certainly get your value for money with these kits. The detail in it and the engine bay and everything is exquisite, and obviously with the subject it's quite unusual as well, because basically what they used to use was 2 squadrons were set up to send over beer kegs to any of the forces during the Normandy campaign, and what better way of getting your beer delivered than by a Spitfire. So there you go. And as I say, I never had a Mark 9 in my stash, and I thought this would be the ideal example, especially with those lovely D-Day stripes on it. You do get them in the decals, but I'm gonna airbrush them on as I'm going to get around to building this kit. Anyway, without further ado, I'll give you the kit number, and the kit number on this kit is 48060, and that is the number if you want to pause it for a bit in case you want to get hold of this subject. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I've been having a few problems with this phone. I don't know what's going on. I've tried it on the new phone, it keeps cutting out, and for some reason this one keeps cutting out. So, not quite sure what's going on. So, you'll either get this video or you won't. And if we don't get any more videos, we got a problem. Right. I hope that's not the case. Anyway, as I was saying, what we'll do, as is normally with ICM, you've got box art on the side, then you've got an illustration of one of the actual options that you can do. I think this is the Canadian squadron, and the other one's the Polish 303 squadron. Box art on the side there, a few little bits and pieces there, and obviously a reference to their website in case you want to have a look at their other products. Okay. And as is usual with ICM, comes with a box within a box. So there you go, and I've got it up the wrong way. Whoops. I don't know what's happening here. I seem to be recording a little bit juddery, so I don't know what's going on. So bear with me a minute, guys. There we go. Right, and it's got a resealable bag, as you can see inside, which is a good feature of their kits, which I do really like. Because that way you haven't got to worry about breaking the bag and all the parts falling out. So that's a good thing. And then obviously you've got your decals. Now, I've heard nasty stories about these decals, I must admit. There you go, there's your decals. Little bit shiny, I have to say. So, yeah, I've heard some nasty stories about these decals. So what I might well do is get some aftermarket ones in. Okay, so that's that. And then what we'll do, we'll go through the instruction sheet. As is normal with ICM, you got your colour callouts at the bottom in Revell and Humbrol, but again, if you've got the Holly Colour app on your phone, you can basically convert them to any other paint brand. Little history about the aircraft in obviously Czechoslovakian and English. Okay, and then the first page, actually, if I open it up, is, bear with me, he says, is all your sprue trees, and the ones that are apparently, well, marked in pink are the parts that you don't use. Okay, so there you go. And then obviously the next process will be, unusually for aircraft, fitting out the actual Merlin engine. As you can see, you've got the various components going through and the various stages, as you can see here. Okay, and then you've got the assembly of the actual engine frame that it stands on, or is fitted to. Part of the actual engine again goes on the top once it's fitted into the frame, into the firewall. And then the last part of the actual frame, sorry, getting into shot, you can see there goes on, and then obviously you've got the housing for the propeller. And then on the fuselage, if you want to, you can actually cut the side of the actual cockpit open, so you've got the door open if you want the canopy open. And then obviously you've got the assembly of the oxygen tanks, and then various lumps and bumps which go into the internal fittings of the actual wall. And on the opposite side, okay. And then obviously you get two fuselage halves together along with the engine all buttoned up, okay. Next process is the fitment of the armour and the back frame for the seat. Then you put the floor and the seat on together, rudder pedals and the control column go on. And then on the actual control panel you've got the, I think that's the target sight, goes on. And then you assemble those two together and then it goes up into the cockpit, as you can see there. Next process is to put the front windscreen on. Engine housing goes onto the top of the actual engine, and tonneau mast goes on, and nav light. Interior grills go on to the air intakes go on, and then you've got the fitment of the actual MG Browning machine guns as well. And that's in case you want to have them open and displayed as though the aircraft is being maintained. So there you go. Then you've got the two wing halves which go together, along with obviously the gun in there if you have one of them open with a bay. And then obviously the fuselage, the wings, wingtips go on. And then with the canopy you've got the option of having it closed or open. I'm probably going to have mine open. Then your elevators go on and the rudder, okay. And then two elevators on there. Air intake goes on the front onto the bottom part of the engine, and then obviously the four-bladed propeller, which was a characteristic of the Mark 9, goes in onto the housing, and then that fits in with the propeller hub, etc. Then the guns go onto the wing, and then you've got the assembly of the undercarriage bay, which you can see there. That goes onto the lower wing. And then you've got the assembly of the actual beer kegs, or alternately you've got the spare tanks that you can put there, because sometimes they were sent on long range missions. And then obviously you've got the fitment of the actual engine weapon pod. They go on onto the wings, etc. That's all done. It's telling you to cut out some holes here as well. And then that's it, that's that. Then one of two options in the colour callouts is a Spitfire Mark 9 CF412 Canadian Squadron, Normandy, July 1944. Familiar D-Day stripes, the ocean grey and dark green with light aircraft grey underneath. And the same colour callouts for the other example of number 308 Polish Squadron, Normandy, late July 1944. So there you go. So we're getting to the main crux of the kit, is the kit parts themselves. Again, as I said, you've got a resealable bag, which is a good thing. Okay, so we take the parts out. First off, you've got the tanks, and if I can get it into shot, is it going to focus? Come on, you devil, focus. There you go, is the beer kegs which go underneath the wings, and obviously you got your engine tank there. Nice level of details you can see there, guys. Very crisp, very clear, no flash, brilliant. And again, here you've got the elevators, wingtips, air intake. Again, you've got some really lovely recessed panel line detail. Okay, there's your pod for your bomb. You can actually put bombs on this, because I think you use them as a sort of medium bomber as well. And then obviously you've got your grills there, which are nicely detailed, I have to say, which go in the interior of the air intakes. Very nicely done. And obviously you've got your Browning machine gun right there, which you can see. Very nicely done. And here again, you've got bombs. Actually, you've got the option of rockets, so maybe that's for another version of the Spit they're thinking of releasing. We shall see. Then you've got the access panels for your machine gun, and this was a tropicalized version, so okay, maybe they're going to bring out a tropical version. I think that might be for the Mark 7 actually, but we'll see. And there's your air intake and elevators again. Okay, And then obviously you've got your fuselage half right here. Again, nice panel line detail on it, very crisp, very clearly made, beautifully done. Sections of the Merlin engine, which you can see here. Okay, then you've got your propeller hub here, exhaust stacks. Again, you could possibly drill them out. And then you've got your propeller blades right here. Into shot. There you go. There you go, guys. Engine frame. You can see on the top here, right here. Again, beautifully reproduced. Excellent quality. And also on the interior of the fuselage, you've got some nice detail as well, as you can see there. Beautifully done. Again, on the other side, you've got your firewall. Again, that could come up nice with some washes, a little bit of weathering. Damn thing's going to focus. There you go. Cockpit floor and control panel. Again, I could probably do a nice little wash on that. Bring out the panels with some clear, so sort of replicate glass, as it were. Part of the engine frame up the top here. Again, nice rivet detail along the side of the centre line of the wing, which you can see there, or the edge of the wing. Nicely, a little bit of flash on the tyres, guys, so you're probably going to have to clean that up and maybe sand it just to give it that impression of weight, or you can get some aftermarket wheels. That's what I would suggest. Control column, which you can see there, faithfully reproduced. Okay, it's very nicely done. Again, nice interior on the cockpit, and as I say, with this you can actually cut it out and have it open. Okay, but when you do it, be very, very careful. Right, and some nice detail on the gear bay doors as well. Okay, and then you obviously got the top and the bottom of the wings. Again, beautiful panel line detail on there, nice and crisp, excellent. So that's the kit parts. So there you go. And then obviously the last item in its own resealable bag, which I'm pleased about, so it don't get scratched, is obviously the perspex there. And again, nice easy job to get masked on the front windscreen, but you can actually, Edward, I think actually do a mask set for this, so I'll probably get hold of that. So there you go. And there's your gun sight as well. So there you go. Very nice. Clear as a baby. Well, anyway, I'm not going to say it's clear as a bell. Anyway, I'm going to put that back in so they don't get scratched. So that's the kit parts, and as I say, it does look a lovely kit. They do quite a range of Spitfires. I've actually got one of a Russian one. I was in the Russian Air Force, along with the ground crew. I wouldn't mind getting hold of that one. It's something unusual, and it's a nice price scheme. I've got a feeling that one's a Mark 9. It could be a Mark 5C, I can't remember. I'll just get them back in there. Pop that back in the bag. Box, sorry, not bag. One without. Obviously with the decals, I think there's going to be a bit of a problem with those. So I think, as I say, I think I'm going to get some aftermarket decals for this. So we'll see. So there you go. That is ICM's. What's this? Trying to get the box back in. Oh, I've got the instruction sheet. Hang on, pop that on the top. There we are. Let's get them in. Lid back on. That is, guys, ICM's Spitfire Mark 9C beer delivery. Looks a lovely little kit, and I would heartily recommend you go out and get one. Okay, so there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm certainly going to enjoy this little puppy when I get around to building it. As and when, I don't know. It might be later this year, it might be next year. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.